series connection and parallel connection of all the elements in any electrical circuit. Let me share my screen. Is it visible? Okay. First we'll in detail we'll discuss about the series connection. When you have a voltage source, for suppose, then two impedances I am considering. First is Z1 and the second one is Z2. If both are connected in series, this is Z2 for suppose, then both are connected in series with this voltage source. This voltage value, let us suppose V. Because of this voltage V, there is some current is induced in this circuit, that value is equal to I. Then for suppose if you measure the voltage across this Z1 and Z2, both are same or different? The voltage across Z1 and voltage across Z2, if you measure, both the voltages are same or different? Obviously both are different. Yes, it is different. Then I am assuming the different voltages. First one is V1 and other one is V2 for suppose. Okay. Then you know already, if you write, you have the here you have the loop. Then if you write the equation directly, that equation will give you the minus V, this value, plus V1 plus V2, that is loop equation, equal to 0, right? This value is equal to 0. What about the V value? If you want to calculate, V is actually dividing into two parts, V1 and V2 specifically. Then V value can be measured as I into Z1 plus I into Z2. Why? Because V1 is the current flowing I and the impedance value is Z1. You can calculate this way. When you want to calculate this current, what you will do, simply V by the equivalent value of this impedance. That equivalent value, both are in series. For that reason, Z1 plus Z2. You know this already, right? Then if you want to find the value of V1, can anyone tell us what is the value of V1 from this? You know the value of V and you know the value of Z1 and Z2. And what is the value of V? You have V with you and Z1 with you, Z2 with you. How to calculate the value of V1?
V Z V into Z1 by Z1 plus Z2.
Simply Z1 by Z1 plus Z2. Why? Because V1 is actually across this one. That is I into Z1, right? I you know already. V by Z1 plus Z2. Simply if you substitute that, you will get V1 is equal to V into Z1 by Z1 plus Z2. Similar way, if you calculate the value of V2, that is actually total voltage V into Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. This kind of rule is called voltage division rule. You know already, I think so. This is called voltage division rule. Here voltage V is dividing into two parts, V1 and V2. For that reason, it is called voltage division rule. Okay. Then, if you look at closer here, then if this Z value is equal to R and Z1 is equal to R1, Z2 is equal to R2, for suppose, then you have calculated previously Z equivalent as both are in series. For that reason, Z1 plus Z2 you have calculated, right? Then if Z1 value, I am assuming it is in terms of only resistance, that is equal to R1, let us suppose. Okay, then Z2 value only R2, let us suppose this value is equal to R2. Okay, that means if this is the case, the Z equivalent simply, which is equal to your R equivalent, there is no X case. For that reason, this Z equivalent will become the value R equivalent. R equivalent is simply R1 plus R2. With this, it will work. You know this. Then, other scenario I want to mention here. For suppose Z1 value is equal to, for suppose this Z1 value is XL1. That means there is an inductor. In place of Z, there is a inductor. Then Z2, there is second inductor. Then can anyone tell us what is the value of L equivalent? If both the inductors are in series, what is the value of L equivalent? From this you can calculate. How you
L1
can
plus L2.
calculate? Simply L1 plus L2. How we got? Z equivalent is actually, first we are calling XL1. Okay, Z1 is equal to XL1, simply I substituted, then plus XL2. What is the formula for calculating inductive reactance? That is omega into L. You know, right? Omega L1 will give you XL1. Then this will be omega L2. Okay. Then if you have here X equivalent, this will be omega into L equivalent, right? That L equivalent is this one. Then for that reason, L1 plus L2 is equal to the L equivalent value. If both the inductors are connected in series, then you can calculate simply L1 plus L2 as a equivalent of that series connection circuit. Then what is the case with the capacitors? If it is XC1 and Z2 is XC2, can anyone tell us the
1 by
relationship
C1
between?
plus 1 by.
Very good. Here the value you can calculate X equivalent here, that value which is sum again, XC1
Omega C.
plus XC2. What is the formula for calculating if the capacitor 1 is connected there? What is the formula for calculating the capacitive reactance?
1 by omega.
1 by omega.
Very good. 1 by omega c. For that reason, this is 1 by omega c equivalent. This side is equivalent is there. For that reason, I am writing this is c equivalent. And this side 1 by omega c1 and 1 by omega c2. Okay, 1 by omega c1, 1 by omega c2. Okay, then here omega, here this side also omega, you can simply cancel out that omega values. Then directly 1 by c equivalent is equal to 1 by c1 plus 1 by c2. As simple as that. For suppose it is the case with R, you are calculating here R1 R2 are connected, same this kind of a circuit you have. Okay, both are R1 R2 are connected, and in that case what is the value of VR1 if you are calculating the voltage across R1 in this circuit? Here R1 is connected, here R2 is connected. What is the value? Simply V into R1 by
R1
R1 plus R2, right? This is voltage division rule. Both R1 and R2 both are in series. Okay, equivalent you will get R1 plus R2. Then this is a similar case. Here in case of Z1 you have R1. Here in case of Z2 you have R2. For that reason simply you will get this kind of relation. V1 is equal to V into R1 by R1 plus R2. VR2 if you are calculating V into R2 by R1 plus R2. Then if you have inductors, what is the value of VL1?
V into L1 by L1 plus L2.
Very good. V into L1 by L1 plus L2. Why? Because the inductance also same, right? Very good. What about the capacitance VC1? VL1 also we will get V into L1 by L1 plus L2, VL2 V into L2 by L1 plus L2. What about the VC1? But here in this case V into the opposite
C2.
capacitance C2 by exactly C2 by C1 plus C2. That is correct, whatever you are trying to tell. Whenever you are calculating VC2 in this case in the series connection, that is V into C1 by C1 plus C2. That you need to remember. Okay, you need to keep in your mind whenever you are calculating for any kind of a circuit. Then you simply understand the series connection, it's okay. In series connection, current is same or voltage is same. The takeaway point is this one only.
Current.
Whenever it is a series connection of circuit, electric circuit, current is always same. Okay, voltage will vary definitely. That means current is always same in case of series connection. Okay, but when you are talking about the parallel, next thing is parallel connection. If you have same voltage source, this is plus and minus. Okay, first you have Z1, then you have Z2, but both are in parallel now. Okay, here what about the voltage across Z1? If the voltage source is supplying V, then the current flowing into the circuit is I. What about the voltage across Z1?
V.
Across this Z1, it is same V. What is the voltage across Z2? It is also V,
Same voltage.
right? But the current here, whenever you are talking about current, here the current case, it is different. The first current is flowing into Z1, the other current that is flowing into this Z2 is I2. The currents are different. Okay, now this I is different in case of parallel circuit. Okay, you know this thing. Yes, I am remembering you. We'll have the detailed discussion now. This is parallel connection. For the parallel connection, if you talk about at this node, if you write the equation for the current, this current is entering, other two currents are leaving, then entering is equal to leaving, I is equal to I1 plus I2, right? Then what is the value of I1? If you want to calculate this I1, V by Z1. Then what is the value of I2? Sorry, this is 2. I is equal to simply V by Z1 plus V by Z2. Okay, then if you have V here, you can take out one V, then you can write this expression as I by V, that is equal to 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2, that is actually equivalent to 1 by Z equivalent. If you want to calculate Z equivalent, Z1 into Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. You know, I hope this is the actual equivalent case in case of parallel. You know this. Then I actually want to mention U is here in this case, if or suppose in this case I1 we are telling V by Z1, simply I1 is V by Z1. Okay, what is the value of V here? Basically, how we will calculate V? I into Z equivalent, whatever we have, that is the actual value, right? Right? If you want to calculate this I1 for suppose only one current you are calculating for suppose, then how we will calculate V by Z1. What is this V actually? It is coming from I. This I is actually the combination current, that is combination is Z equivalent. I into Z equivalent is V by Z1, right? Then if you want to calculate the value of I1, then here I1 by Z1, okay? Simply I'll write in the next page. I1 is equal to, simply here I by Z1, I by Z1 of Z equivalent. Z equivalent is, here you have Z equivalent. Z equivalent we know Z1 into Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. Simply I am multiplying with the Z equivalent actual value. Z1 into Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. Here Z1 and here Z1. What is the value of I1? That is total current I into the Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. That means whenever you are calculating the current flow in this branch, you have to take opposite impedance or opposite resistance in the numerator. Same like that, I into Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. What is the value for calculation of I2? Can anyone tell me? The total current is I.
Z1 plus
I
Z2.
into Z1 by Z1 plus Z2.
Here in the numerator, Z1 will come for this. Okay, Z1 is the opposite, that is other branch resistance or impedance. For that reason, I2 value can be calculated this way. Okay, for suppose here in this case of Z1 you have R. That means Z1 is equal to R1 for suppose, and Z2 is equal to R2. Then we have R equivalent for suppose you want to calculate R equivalent. What is the formula for calculating R equivalent? Both are in parallel.
R1 R2 by R1 plus.
This is simple. R1 R2 by R1 plus R2, as our friend told. Then if you have in the place of this resistance inductance, first suppose inductance of the value XL1 and here XL2, then what is the value of L equivalent? L equivalent also same like R1 only, but it is in terms of L1 into L2 by L1 plus L2. Is it clear? Why we are getting this one? Here you can replace the Z equivalent is equal to Z1 plus Z2, sorry, Z1 into Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. Here you replace with XL1, XL2, omega into omega. You are getting? Everyone? Right? Then can anyone tell me the value if it is equal to XC1, Z1 in the parallel case? Z1 is equal to,
C1 plus C.
very good. This is what I want to mention. Whenever the parallel connection is there, you have to remember if the values of these impedances are only with the capacitances, that means XC1, XC2 are there, then the value of C equivalent, if you want to calculate, that is simply a sum, C1 plus C2 in parallel case. Okay, this is we are considering parallel case. For that reason, you need to remember in parallel you will have C equivalent value which is equal to C1 plus C2. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Okay, then here current division rule already we have calculated. The current is divided here. The current divided value is I into Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. Okay, in case of inductance also, in case of resistance also, it is applicable. If you want to calculate the value of I1, both the resistors are in parallel, then I into R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, or suppose I2, that is IR2 you are calculating, that I into R1 by, here R1 will be there, R1 by R1 plus R2. Okay, in case of inductance also IL1, same, I into L2 by L1 plus L2. IL2, if you are calculating I into L1 by L1 plus L2. Then what about capacitance case? Can anyone tell us? What is the value of IC1?
I to C1 by C1 plus C2.
Very good. In this case, the difference is you will get here not Z2, that Z1 only. That means C1 you will get. Okay, not the opposite one. In this case of capacitance is the same value you will get, but this kind of connection is parallel connection. Okay, I hope it is clear. This kind of rule is called current division rule. Here what is dividing? Current. Then these are the formulas for calculation of current division rule. Whenever you have a parallel circuit, the parallel circuit voltage is same, as our friend told. The current is actually divided into the different forms. Here I is there, I is divided into I1 and I2. Similarly, we will have different kinds of divisions based on the number of branches. Okay, I hope it is clear for you, right? Do you have any doubt at this stage regarding series parallel connection? I hope it is clear for everyone. Then the other important aspect is source transformation. You have to know. What is this source transformation and why we are going for source transformation is, if you have a complex circuits, you want to solve the complex circuits, complex electrical circuits, then in that case this source transformation will be helpful to reduce the complex circuit into simple form. Okay, it will reduce the circuit. That means you are having a complex bigger circuit, then circuit will be reduced. Okay, then what we are reducing is, there are so many nodes available. If it is a bigger circuit, then basically what we are doing is the number of nodes, whatever the number of nodes available in that circuit, we are actually reducing the number of nodes. We are reducing the complexity by reducing the number of nodes. For suppose you have a voltage source with you, that voltage source is Vs for suppose, then in series with this resistance you have Rs. In series with that voltage source you have Rs. For suppose the terminals here is A, sorry, this is A and this one is B. What is the source transformation is? Simply we have to calculate the current, equivalent current based on these values. How to calculate current? We need to convert from voltage source to current source. How to calculate the current?
V by RS.
Vs by Rs will give you actually the current value, that current source in parallel with your resistance, that will give you the resistance is same Rs, but to calculate this current source value, that Is for suppose, that value for that we have to utilize Vs, the previous value of the voltage source, and Rs value. Then you can connect both the current source and the actual resistance Rs in parallel, so that you can get the value of series elements are converted into parallel elements. That will be sometimes helpful to reduce the circuit. Then for suppose you have current source with you, that is Is with you. Okay, you have Is, and in parallel with this current source you have Rs. This is opposite, that is vice versa. Here you have Rs, and this terminal is A and this terminal is B. Sometimes there is a need of source transformation. You need to transform the source. The current source can be converted into voltage source to reduce the circuit. For suppose you will have voltage source. The voltage source value simply you have to calculate. For suppose the value of V is the voltage source, or Vs, whatever. What is the value of Vs? You have
Is
Is,
into
you
RS.
have simply the multiplication. Is into Rs will be direct value. Then that voltage source is in series with the resistance. You have to connect in series with the resistance, so that it will give you the value of the current Is in that circuit. That means we are not changing any parameter. You are keeping the circuit as it is, whatever they have given us, and based on that we have calculated the next values. Okay, is it okay? You can understand this? You have any difficulty?
No difficulty.
All of you. All of you, if it is okay, then we'll proceed. It's okay, right?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Then now you solve the problems. These we are giving you simple first source transformation problem. I am giving you. I'll check the time also. How much time you are taking, we'll see. First circuit, you try to note down this problem. Okay. You have to find the circuit between A and B terminals. Okay, you have to reduce between A and B terminals. Okay, then you have circuit like this. This is A terminal. You have one resistor here and another resistor here, and there is a current source here. This is 2 ohm and this is 2 ohm and this one is 2 ampere. Okay, and then you have another resistor here, and then there is a voltage source. Okay, same resistor here, you have voltage source. This is also 2 ohm, this is 1 ohm. Okay, then this voltage source is 6 volts and this one is 5 volts. then other terminal B is here. You reduce this circuit between A and B. Okay, you give me the one voltage source and one resistor. Okay, give me only one voltage source and one resistor. Your time starts now. That voltage source value you give me and resistor value. How much time you will take, we will see. It is almost 2 minutes. I told you already, you try to do as small calculations as you can. Okay, the number of calculations also you have to reduce. Okay, don't write everything on your paper so that you can solve fast. Okay, but if you are not writing, it is not like that you don't know. You know, you're keeping in your mind. You have to concentrate on that. Then only you can solve faster. Okay. Anyone? When we are discussing all these series connection, parallel connection, the formulas looking like all are simple, but whenever coming to applying for any circuit, there comes the difficulty. Okay, you have to do that. You have to practice more problems so that you can solve more. Very easily you can solve. If you practice more, you can solve very easily. It is almost 5 minutes. Nobody? I have to ask you a rule number. Rule number 111. B18E111.
Yes, sir. Last step, sir.
Rule number 41. B19EE041.
Yes, sir.
Some people, if you are asking for particular rule number, or if you are asking for anyone, they are leaving the meeting. Then in that case you won't learn anything. It is no use of attending this class also. Without interest, don't attend. That is my request. Okay. If you want to solve problem, then only you come to the meeting. Okay. You need to get your calculator, and also you need to have one book, pen. Then only this class will be fruitful for you. Okay. Without that, it is no use. I am telling you, you will get 0 if you write like that also. If you're doing, then only it will helpful.
Sir, V is 1.5, R is 1.14.
Can you repeat? V is
1.5, R is 1.14.
R is 1.14. Near values you are getting, not exact values. Anyone completed? Okay. Let me solve for you. Okay. First step you are having. First 2 ohm, 2 ohm. Both are in actually parallel. That is the equivalent here.
1 ohm.
2 ohm, 2 ohm is actually converted to one resistor. That value is 1 ohm. As our friend told, both are in parallel. That combination will be in parallel with one current source, that is 2 amperes, right? Then this is 2 ohm, this is 6 volts. I am also converting this one into the current source and the resistor. Then what is the current value from this? 6 volts by 2 ohm. Usually we will calculate that way. Then how much is the current?
3 amps.
That is equal to 3 amperes. That 3 ampere is in parallel with that 2 ohm. This 2 ohm is in parallel. Okay. Then 1 ohm, 5 ohm directly will give you how much voltage? 1 ohm in parallel with 5 amperes. right? Why I am writing direction this side, why I am writing this side? This is up. Can anyone tell us?
Polarity.
The current direction is based on the polarity. Here you can see from negative to positive the current will go this way, and in this case the current will go this way. For that reason the current direction I am giving you here for this current source this side, and for this current source this side. Okay, then from this combination, okay, from this combination 2 ohm 1 ohm both are in parallel. What is the equivalent resistance here? 2 ohm 1 ohm. Can anyone tell
1.5.
us? Very good. That is 2 by 3, right? Is it right? 2 by 3 you are getting. This is 2 ampere simply, and this is 1 ohm, and we have here 3 amperes from the previous circuit. Then as our friend told, exactly 2 ohm 1 ohm you will get in the fractions 2 by 3 ohm. In the decimal points you get that value. Then this is in parallel with 5 ampere. Okay, then you can see this current is 3 amperes and this is 5 amperes. Both are in parallel. Okay, both are in parallel. What is the combination? If one current is going this way with 3 amperes and other one is going this way 5 amperes, how I told you, if the current sources are in parallel,
2 amps.
okay, obviously it is 2 amperes. Why? Because we have to simply add. For adding the highest value we have to take, the highest one is this 5 amperes, 5 minus 3. Okay, 5, because why we are taking minus, this is plus. If you take, this is opposite direction that current, that means this is minus 3 will give you 2 amperes. That means you have to replace this circuit here. Okay, 2 by 3 will be there, but the current source value which is equal to 2 amperes. Okay, this is 2 by 3. Then this is 1 ohm and this is 2 again. This is same circuit. Then now you convert to voltage source in series with the resistor. Then this 2 amperes 2 by 3 voltage source in series with the resistor. First I am converting this one. What is the value of voltage source? 1 ohm 2 amperes. Obviously it is directly giving you 2 volts. Plus minus, for calculation directly you will get 2 volts. That is in series with 1 ohm. Okay, this is A, point A. And if you calculate, that resistor value will be same, that is 2 by 3 ohm. And what about the voltage source value? Can anyone tell us? This is voltage source. What is the value of this voltage source?
2 by
Very good. That is 4 by 3 volts. Then here This 1 ohm is in series with 2 by 3 ohm. This 2 volts is in series with 4 by 3 ohm. Then we have already given you in case of the voltage also we need to add, in case of the resistances also we need to add. Then 1 plus 2 by 3, how much this resistance?
1.6.
Very good. 1.6 or 5 by 3. This is 0.8. Then what is the voltage value?
3.33.
3.33 or 10 by 3. I hope now you got the actual values. Okay, A B can be transformed like this. You understood how much time it will take? For explaining it will take more time, but if you solve correctly, how much time it will take? This kind of a problem. I hope not more than 2 minutes. Okay, you're doing that up to 5 minutes, and after that also you're not getting the correct answer. You need to practice more. Okay, if you practice, then only you will solve more problems easily. You will understand more, you will analyze very effectively. Okay, then now we will discuss the last theory topic. Based on all these we will solve numerous problems. Okay, the last theory part is actually star delta transformation. If there is a star connection of elements, then you have to transfer for analyzing the circuit into delta. Okay, there what you have to apply, what formula you have to consider to solve that, we will see. Okay, you try to get one book, then you solve more and more problems, then only you will solve easily inside your GATE exam. Okay, first there is actually the representation like this. For suppose there is a star connection, this element is ZA. Okay, then the other one is ZB. Okay, the other one is ZC. This is the star connection, but you want to change this star connection into delta connection. That means you are connecting these elements into delta. Okay, then you can convert this one as Z1. Can write with another ink. This is Z1 and this is Z2 and this one is Z3. How many of you remember this formula? We'll see. First we'll have star to delta. Okay, in star case what are the values? values given Z1, Z2 and Z3. Okay, Z1, Z2 and Z3. Can anyone tell us the formula for calculating Z1? How will you calculate? If you apply star delta transformation, what is the formula for calculating Z1? Okay. If you don't know, for tell me. Z1 is equal to
ZC
ZA plus ZB first. Okay. First we have to add these two. We are actually having Z1 is connected in between this, right? This terminal and this terminal. For that reason, we have here ZA and ZB. We have to add ZA plus ZB. Then after adding, then you have to multiply the same ZA and ZB. We have to multiply the same divided by just opposite value of the impedance ZC. That means ZA plus ZB plus ZA into ZB by ZC will give you the value of Z1. Then similarly, what is the value of Z? How to calculate Z2? How to calculate Z2? This is
Z plus Z.
ZB plus ZC plus ZB into ZC by opposite value is ZA. Z2 opposite is ZA, and simply you write ZA. Okay. Then can anyone tell us what is the value for calculating Z3?
ZA plus ZC.
Very good. ZA plus ZC
Plus ZA plus ZC by ZB.
very good. ZA into ZC by ZB. Okay. Whenever you are converting star to delta, you have to apply this kind of formula. Then whenever you are doing delta to star, you are transforming from delta to star. Here what you know in delta is, you know the values of Z1, Z2 and Z3, you know this red color values you will be given in the network. Then you have to know the values of ZA, ZB, ZC. That ZA value, if you want to calculate the ZA value, simply you remember this way: the product of known okay. Here we are calculating ZA. You can see Z1, Z3 are just beside of this ZA. For that reason, you have to write in the numerator remember this way, simply both the values which are beside of that ZA, Z1 and Z3 will come in the numerator. Then simply in the denominator, total sum of all the values Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Above it is product and below is sum, total sum. Okay, the product is of two Z values. So sir, ZA, if you are calculating, this is Z1 and Z3, then you have to take Z1 and Z3 in the numerator. Then in denominator Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Then what is the value of ZB? Can anyone tell me from this circuit? ZB you want.
Z1, Z2.
Into Z2 by Z1 plus Z.
Very good. Z1 into Z2 by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. As simple as that. Z1 and Z2 are actually the products you have to do, and sum must be Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Then if you calculate the value of ZC, you can see here ZC is Z2 into Z3 by
Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3.
very good. I hope you have all these formulas with you. Okay, keep it with you so that you can simply solve more and more problems based on this source transformation and also star delta transformation, series connection and parallel connection. Okay, I'm giving you simple homework. Okay, if you have noted down this, I hope everyone noted down this star delta transformation. Then in next class you have to come with the solution of this problem. You find the R equivalent, okay, for this kind of a circuit. This is the circuit I am giving you. You find R equivalent. This is A and this one is B. Okay. I have another resistor here connected to this, and you have another resistor here connected to this. This is 1 ohm and this one is 3 ohm. Okay, this is also 3 ohm. This is also 3 ohm and this one is also 3 ohm. Now you find. Okay, you calculate and come with the solution by tomorrow's class.
Sir, 2.4.
How much?
2.4.
That means 14 by 6 you are getting.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, you are getting this value 2.333 is 2.4 exactly. That is correct answer. Very good. How to do is simply you have to take, if you are confusing, okay, if you are doing faster then it's okay, your understanding is good, but if you are confusing, you name it. This is A terminal, this is B, and this one is C, and this one is D. I am giving you hint. Based on that, you have to connect, redraw the circuit, then you will get the R equivalent value 14 by 6 ohm. Okay, I am giving you the answer also. Check with it. Thank you everyone. We'll stop it here today. Okay, you enjoy the match. This is our batting today. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay.